Listen up. If you want a woman to value you so much that the thought of losing you terrifies her, you need to stop begging for attention or trying to be everything she wants. The dating world has changed. Women today have options, more than ever before. If you don't stand out, if you don't carry yourself like a man who can walk away at any time, you become just another guy in the crowd, easily replaced and quickly forgotten. Here's the hard truth. Making her scared of losing you isn't about tricks or playing childish games. It's about becoming a man she sees as rare, powerful, and untouchable. When you live with that kind of confidence, when your life doesn't revolve around her approval, she will feel a primal fear that you might not always be there. That fear is what drives desire, loyalty, and respect. This isn't manipulation. It's self-respect. It's the natural result of a man who builds value in his life and doesn't settle for less than he deserves. When you create your own happiness, when you own your time, emotions, and priorities, she notices and she reacts. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact mindset and actions that will make her cling to you, not out of desperation, but because she knows you're a prize she can't afford to lose. No fluff, no excuses, just real, modern tactics that work in today's dating game. You're about to learn how to flip the script and put yourself in control so that she's the one scared, not you. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just finished section 5 in the course, and you won't find this information on videos on my channel. It's easy to access with a secure payment option. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or click the link in the description to enroll now and improve your dating life. 1. Own your life completely. If you want her to be scared of losing you, the very first step is to own your life completely. This means you don't put her at the center of your world. You have your own goals, ambitions, friends, and passions that don't depend on her. Women are wired to respect and desire men who are not needy and don't chase validation. When your life is full, interesting, and independent, you automatically become valuable in her eyes. Owning your life means you wake up every day focused on your own growth, your own success. You are building your career, your health, and your social circle. She sees you as a man who has options, who doesn't rely on her for happiness. That alone makes her nervous because women instinctively fear losing a man who is in control and not desperate. Most guys mess this up by bending over backward to accommodate every whim. They cancel plans with friends, they answer texts immediately, and they let their emotions be dictated by her mood swings. This behavior makes you predictable, dependent, and weak. She will take you for granted or leave you for someone who respects himself more. Being a man who owns his life also means you set boundaries. You say no when something doesn't fit into your schedule or values. You don't drop everything at her call or give in to unreasonable demands. You show her that you respect yourself first and foremost. This respect forces her to reevaluate how much she values you, because a man who respects himself is rare and hard to replace. When you live like this, she feels a fear creeping in. She knows you can walk away. She senses you have options and you won't tolerate being treated like a backup plan. That fear is what hooks her attention and keeps her emotionally invested. Remember, this isn't about being arrogant or cold. It's about being real. You're not bending to please anyone because you're busy building your legacy. The moment she senses you're fully in charge of your life, she's hit with the reality that losing you would mean losing someone exceptional. And that makes her scared, which is exactly what you want. So start today by identifying your priorities outside the relationship and start pursuing them aggressively. Create a life so magnetic and full that she can't imagine it without you in it. 2. Be unavailable without explanation. If you want her to be scared of losing you, you must master the art of being unavailable without giving her any explanation. This is one of the most powerful moves a man can make in modern dating. When you are always too available, she gets comfortable. She thinks you'll always be there. That comfort kills attraction faster than anything else. Being unavailable means you don't drop everything just because she texts or calls. You have your own schedule, your own plans, and you don't bend them for anyone. This shows you have a life she isn't the center of, and that scares her. She begins to wonder why you aren't constantly chasing her, and that makes her want you more. But here's the key. You don't owe her an explanation for your absence. You don't have to justify why you're busy or who you're hanging out with. You don't have to beg for forgiveness if you don't reply immediately. This kind of behavior makes you look like a man who is in control of his time and priorities. A man who can walk away at any moment. Most guys make the mistake of over-explaining. They text too much. They apologize for being busy. Or they try to convince her why she should wait for their attention. This only lowers your value. It signals desperation and insecurity. And no woman fears losing a desperate man. When you are simply unavailable, you build mystery and power. She notices the gaps. She wonders what you're doing and who you're with. That uncertainty stokes her fear that she might lose you. It triggers her emotions in a way that constant availability never can. Unavailability isn't about ignoring her or playing cruel games. It's about respecting your own time and energy. It's about refusing to become a man whose happiness depends on a woman's approval. When she feels that energy, she feels compelled to match it. She fights to keep your attention because she fears losing someone who refuses to be taken for granted. The modern dating world rewards men who maintain this boundary. Women are attracted to men who live life on their own terms, not men who revolve around their every whim. The more you protect your time and avoid explaining yourself, the more she fears losing the man she can't control. So start practicing being unavailable without apologies. Keep your time sacred. Keep your value high, and watch how her behavior changes, how she becomes more attentive, more eager, and ultimately scared of losing you. 3. Show confidence without arrogance. If you want her scared of losing you, confidence is non-negotiable. But there's a big difference between confidence and arrogance, and it's critical you understand this difference. Confidence is quiet strength. It's the energy you carry that says, I know my worth and I don't need your validation. Arrogance is loud, needy, and desperate for attention. Women run from arrogance, but they crave real confidence. Confidence means you don't overthink every interaction. You speak your mind without fear, you make decisions without hesitation, and you carry yourself with calm certainty. You don't seek approval from her or anyone else. You know who you are, and that certainty makes her nervous in a good way. She knows she's dealing with a man who won't be swayed or pushed around. But real confidence isn't about bragging or showing off. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, even in silence. When you walk into a room or send a message, that energy resonates. She senses that you value yourself and won't settle for anything less than respect. That fear of losing a man like that, it's real and powerful. Most men confuse arrogance for confidence. They think they have to act dominant, loud, or even rude to show strength. The truth is, women respect strength wrapped in kindness, humility, and self-control. When you mix confidence with respect, you create a magnetic force she can't resist. Confidence also shows in how you handle rejection or challenges. If she ignores you or tests your limits, you don't panic or beg. You stay calm, composed, and unshaken. You understand your value doesn't depend on one woman's attention. That calmness makes her question if she can keep you because she knows you're not just anyone. Another key to confidence is taking risks. Ask her out without hesitation. Say what you mean clearly. Take control in social situations. This decisiveness screams leader, and women are wired to be attracted to leaders. But again, keep it humble. No need to be a show-off. Remember, confidence is attractive because it shows you're secure enough to walk away at any moment. That's the mindset that makes her scared to lose you. She knows you're a prize who won't be locked down or taken for granted. So work on your inner confidence every day. Practice self-respect, speak your truth, and don't overreact. The more grounded you are, the more she'll fear losing you, and the more she'll value what you bring to the table. 4. Create emotional distance. If you want her scared of losing you, you must learn the power of emotional distance. This doesn't mean being cold or uncaring. It means not handing over your feelings too easily or too soon. When you stay a little distant emotionally, you become a challenge she wants to overcome. You build tension, mystery, and curiosity, all powerful tools that keep her hooked. Most men make the mistake of rushing in emotionally. They share every feeling, reveal all their vulnerabilities, and expect her to match their intensity right away. This puts her in control because she feels like she's holding all the emotional cards. When that happens, she stops chasing and starts taking you for granted. Emotional distance means you keep your deeper feelings private until she proves she's worthy of them. You don't rush to say "I love you" or talk about the future too early. You don't seek constant reassurance or validation. Instead, you focus on enjoying the moment, building attraction, and letting her wonder what you're really thinking. By holding back emotionally, you create a sense of mystery. She wants to know what's behind that calm exterior. She wonders if you're emotionally available or if you have other options. That curiosity makes her invest more in you, emotionally and mentally. But emotional distance doesn't mean ignoring her or being cold. It means controlling your emotions and not being overly reactive. If she pushes your buttons or plays games, you don't give her the emotional reaction she's looking for. You stay steady and composed, which makes her question if she can control or predict you. This distance also forces her to work harder for your attention and affection. When you're too available emotionally, she can coast. But when you're selective and deliberate with your feelings, she respects you more. She fears losing a man who doesn't just give himself away to anyone. Another key point is to maintain your social life and hobbies outside the relationship. Don't let her become your whole world emotionally. The more you have going on, the less you're vulnerable to being overly invested. That balance makes her feel she has to fight for your time and feelings, which triggers that fear of losing you. Emotional distance is a fine line. Don't cross into coldness, but never be a pushover either. Master this balance, and you become a man who is hard to read, hard to replace, and impossible to forget. In the modern dating world, where emotional games run rampant, emotional distance is your secret weapon. It's what makes her want you more because she can't predict your next move. And the moment she fears losing you is the moment she truly values you. 5. Maintain physical mystery. If you want her scared of losing you, you must understand the power of physical mystery. This isn't about playing games or hiding your looks. It's about controlling how and when you reveal yourself physically, so she never feels like she has you completely figured out or in her hands. When you keep some things just for yourself, you become more intriguing, and that intrigue makes her anxious to hold on to you. Physical mystery starts with how you present yourself and how you interact with her physically. Don't be overly available for physical contact at all times. Hold back just enough so she's left wanting more. This applies to everything, from how you touch her, how much skin you reveal on social media, and even how much you share about your private life. Most men don't realize that giving too much physical access too soon lowers their value. When she feels she has easy access to your time, attention, and body, she assumes you're less valuable. That assumption makes her less invested emotionally. You don't want to be the guy who's always there to be touched or leaned on. You want to be the guy who is worth chasing. Maintaining physical mystery also means you take care of yourself physically. Stay fit, dress well, and carry yourself with confidence. When you look like a prize, she feels lucky to be close to you, and scared to lose the chance to be with someone who invests in himself. Women respect men who take pride in their appearance without being obsessed. Another part of physical mystery is controlling your reactions. Don't let her see all your emotions on your face or body language. Be calm, cool, and collected. When you're touched or flirted with, respond with measured energy. Too much eagerness or desperation kills the mystery. Social media is another battlefield for physical mystery. Don't post everything about your life or relationship. Keep some things private. Let her wonder what you're really up to. When she feels she doesn't have full access, she feels compelled to pay more attention to what she does see. Physical mystery isn't about playing hard to get. It's about being selective and confident. It shows you're a man who values himself and isn't easily won. That self-control makes her realize that if she loses you, she's losing a man who is rare and in demand. Finally, when you do share physical moments, make them meaningful. Be present, confident, and make her feel special in those moments. That contrast between availability and mystery creates a powerful emotional roller coaster that keeps her hooked and scared of losing you. Master physical mystery, and you'll create an attraction that's both magnetic and lasting. It's one of the strongest ways to ensure she never takes you for granted and always fears the possibility of losing you. 6. Live a life she can't control. If you want her scared of losing you, you must live a life that's completely yours. A life she can't control or manipulate. Nothing kills attraction faster than a man who lets a woman run his world. When she sees you have your own goals, your own passions, and your own circle of friends, she respects you more and fears losing the man who doesn't belong to anyone but himself. Most men make the mistake of putting a woman at the center of their lives too quickly. They rearrange their schedules, drop their hobbies, or give up their friends just to please her. That's the fastest way to become predictable and replaceable. When you become her world, she no longer sees you as a prize. Instead, she sees you as an option. Living a life she can't control means you are independent in every sense. You make your own decisions. You pursue your own ambitions. You don't check in constantly or ask for permission. That independence sends a clear message. You are a man with boundaries and standards, and nothing makes a woman more scared than the thought of losing a man who can walk away anytime. This kind of lifestyle also forces her to invest more effort in the relationship. She can't take you for granted because she knows you have a full life outside of her. That means she has to show up fully if she wants to keep you. If she doesn't, you won't stick around waiting for her to change. Another important point is not sharing every detail of your life. Keep some things private. This isn't about secrecy, but about maintaining your power. When you overshare, you give her control over your emotions and reactions. When you keep parts of your life to yourself, she respects your boundaries and fears losing the man who isn't an open book. Financial independence is a huge part of this. When you manage your money wisely and don't rely on her or anyone else, you're automatically more attractive. A man who's financially stable and responsible sends a signal that he's in control of his future. Women want a man who can protect and provide, even if it's just for himself. Finally, living a life she can't control means not bending to her every demand or mood swing. You stay steady, consistent, and true to yourself. You don't become a puppet on her emotional strings. That strength makes her realize that losing you means losing a man who is a leader in his own right. And that scares her deeply. Master this, and you become the man who isn't just a relationship option, but a true prize. She won't want to risk losing a man who lives fully, freely, and on his own terms. 7. Set boundaries and enforce them. To make her scared of losing you, setting boundaries is not optional. It's essential. Boundaries define who you are, what you will accept, and what you won't. Without them, you become a doormat, and she will treat you like one. When you enforce boundaries consistently, you show strength, self-respect, and that your time and energy are valuable. This makes her respect you and fear losing you. Many men fail because they don't know how to say no or don't stand up for themselves when something bothers them. They try to please at all costs, hoping to keep her interested. The problem is, this approach lowers your value and encourages disrespect. Women are attracted to men who respect themselves enough to say, "This is not okay," or "I won't tolerate that behavior." Boundaries can be about anything: how she talks to you, how much time you spend together, how she treats your friends or family, or even how she handles conflict. When you set a clear limit and stick to it, you send a powerful message that you control your life. You are not someone she can push around or manipulate. Enforcing boundaries also means walking away if she crosses the line. This is the ultimate test of your value. If she knows you'll tolerate everything, she won't fear losing you. But if she sees you can and will leave when disrespected, that fear kicks in immediately. She knows keeping you means treating you right. Many men worry about losing her by setting boundaries, but the truth is, the right woman will respect your limits and even be drawn to your strength. The wrong woman will reveal herself quickly, saving you time and heartache. This clarity helps you avoid unhealthy relationships and attracts higher quality partners. Boundaries also protect your mental and emotional health. When you allow disrespect or toxic behavior, you drain yourself. But when you set limits, you keep your energy strong and your confidence intact. That positive energy is magnetic and makes her more invested. A strong boundary might be refusing to answer her calls or texts late at night if you're busy, or not accepting rude behavior. It might mean saying no to constant demands or insisting on mutual respect during disagreements. Whatever your boundaries are, communicate them clearly and calmly. Don't argue or beg. Remember, boundaries are a sign of strength, not weakness. They show you know your worth and won't settle for less. When you consistently enforce boundaries, you become a man she can't take for granted. A man she fears losing because she knows he won't tolerate anything less than respect and loyalty. If you want her scared of losing you, it all comes down to being a man who values himself above all else. When you build emotional distance, maintain physical mystery, live independently, and set strong boundaries, you become someone rare, someone she can't easily replace. She will respect you, chase you, and fear the idea of losing you. Don't settle for being an option, be the prize. The moment you take control of your life and your emotions, you create a magnetic force that keeps her invested and keeps her afraid to let you go. And remember, if you're serious about mastering the dating game, don't miss out on my exclusive online course. We go beyond what's covered in these videos, giving you powerful insights from the first approach to lasting attraction. It's easy to enroll with a secure payment option. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or simply click the link in the description to secure your spot. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and start transforming your dating life today. I want to especially appreciate you for taking your time to watch till the end of this video. I hope the video helps you improve every aspect of your relationship with women. Until next time, this is Stoic Approach to Life.